FCA 454. Transparent backgrounds in Illustrator. So far we have looked at the motif on the tile with a colored background. Now, if you don't have the square background and you just drag your motif into the swatches panel, it will basically be transparent anywhere where the motif is not. So this can be very handy if you are trying to make a garment look like you've had either embroidery or silk screening done on actual textiles. Like you could put in, let me find, very quickly find a background textile. Okay, head back to my Illustrator. There we go. File place. So say you have your textile, and then you have your filled. So I have to deselect my fabric first, move you out of the way. Select my filled shape, arrange, bring to front. So you can make it look like something has been silk screened or embroidered onto a textile. Now, the natural default of Illustrator is to go edge to edge. So Control R, my repeat would go from that point to that point, that point, and that point. Now, if you want some room around it, some padding, you can always recolor the background, no stroke, no fill, right? So what I have here is basically an empty shape with no stroke, no fill, but Illustrator is still going to recognize it as, oops, it's so invisible, I can't see it. I'm going to make it a little bigger so you can see what I'm talking about. Now, the only trick to Illustrator is that it repeats from the bottom shape of the stack. So I want to make sure that my bounding box is on the bottom of them, which it is, but I want to just do an extra check, do an arrange, send to back. Right? So now the invisible shape is behind my stars and my little moon here. Then if I drag that into the swatches, or I could do object, pattern, where's pattern? There we go, pattern make. You can see now that I now have all that spacing because Illustrator recognizes my invisible shape as well as the ones that I can see. So let me just, bam. So I've got that nice, I obviously forgot to select my stars because they didn't end up in my shape. I must have missed them when I was marqueing, not the end of the world. And if you do the object pattern make, you do have that nice option of all of the extra tools you can use when you are doing your various pattern layouts. Okay, I am fine with you working with just the click and drag into the swatches palette. It really depends on how comfortable you're feeling with this particular tool technique this week. Okay, so that is having shapes with an invisible background in Adobe Illustrator.